Welcome to this riff. This is all things trust. One of the hot topics, and really, I would really call it not just a hot topic, but really like a pain point almost in personal development, personal growth, recovery, coming home to oneself, growing yourself, knowing yourself, getting deeply rooted is this concept of trust and self-trust. And what often happens is this idea that I trusted you and you hurt me, and so I can't trust myself because I trusted you and you hurt me. And so I really want to pull this apart, and I really want us to look at this in a different way, and in a new way, in a different perspective. Because when we look at it in this way, that I trusted you and you hurt me, and so now I can't trust myself because I trusted you and you've now hurt me. And not only that, I don't feel that I can trust myself because I thought I knew you. I can't trust myself, and not only can I not trust myself, I can't trust you. I can't trust other people. I don't know who to trust. I don't know how to trust. I feel wobbly. I feel confused, and I want to take this, and I want to run to the window, and I want to throw it out the window, and I want to start over. Okay? So let's breathe right here. Like, as you're listening to this, I want you to think about whether or not what I just described, if you're like, yeah, exactly, that's exactly how I feel. Yes, you nailed it. That's exactly how I feel. Okay. That's exactly how I felt. But I want to pause here, because that thinking and that way of looking at trust absolutely strips us from our agency and from our power. That is literally the opposite of empowerment. And so let's look at it from a different angle, okay? I want you to imagine this. I trust myself. I trust myself. Okay, so sit with that for a second. I want you to say this. I trust myself. I trust myself. I trust myself. And I meet you, so this is you speaking. I trust myself. And I go out into the world and I meet you. And whoever this you is, and we're going to apply this to all people: mother, father, sister, brother, lover, husband, friend, best friend, boss, all of the people, right? And so this may sound a little kooky because you're like, what do you mean I meet you? It's my mother. Like, right, I was born to you. But we're going to just apply this across the board. This is like broad stroke, all the people. So we now know each other. We're in a relationship. Name the relationship. You apply it to anyone that you want. We know each other. I know me. I trust me. I know you. I trust you. And based on what I know about you and what you've revealed to me, I trust you. I trust me. I trust you. Based on what I know about you, I trust you. And as life unfolds, and as I get to know you, and as things happen in our life and our relationship, something gets uncovered, and now I don't trust you. because of circumstances, because of situations, because of things that have happened, and now I don't trust you. Now, do I not trust myself? No. I trust me. I'm the same me that I was all along. And you were the you that I knew up until the point that I learned what I now know about you. So I trusted you up until the point that I knew what I knew. And now I have new information and now I have new data. Okay, you with me? And so what I decide from this point forward, once I have new information and new data, I have a new decision to make. Based on what I know now, do I decide to trust you or do I not decide to trust you? Have you shown me that you are a trustworthy person or are you not a trustworthy person? I have now a decision to make. But for me to strip myself of trust in myself, trust in the world, would be such a disservice to myself because of who you now revealed yourself to be. Do you see what I'm saying? Now, if I now know information about you that I did not know, and I decide and I choose, I make a consciously aware decision to continue in a relationship with you based on what I now know, that is a different that's a different scenario. That's a different situation. It's not good, it's not bad, it's not right, it's not wrong. It is a different scenario. And we have to own that. You have to own that. See, part of this situation here is that we have to own whether or not we are calling ourselves a victim of circumstance. It's one thing to say, I didn't know these things about this person. I was blindsided. I had no idea. But once the veil is lifted and you now know information about somebody and you make a conscious decision to continue in a relationship with somebody, once you know what you know, then that's a decision that you're making. That is not an unempowered decision. That is an empowered decision to continue in a relationship with somebody, and you can trust that you know this person's flaws. So let me give you a lighter example. If somebody is always late, they're always late, and then they show up late, you can trust that they're going to be late. When they show up late and you act shocked, why are you shocked? They're always late. You can trust that they're going to be late. They've showed you time and time and time again. If that's unacceptable behavior, then you have to make a decision as to whether or not you make plans with this person. You have a choice that you make. Don't make plans with this person. Because you can trust. What can you trust? You can trust that they're going to be late. So it's the same thing when somebody shows you who they are, believe them, because they've showed you. They've literally showed you. Trust that. Trust that. So this idea that you can't trust yourself because somebody showed you who they are, of course you can. Of course you can. Now, if you feel as though, well, I made a mistake trusting that person, I guess, I mean, I don't know how you could have had a crystal ball in knowing that that person was going to reveal these things to you that you didn't know. Now, here's something to consider. Somebody reveals things to you, and you have these conversations about these things that they reveal, and they say, it won't happen again, and I apologize, and I realize that I misstepped or I did these things wrong, and you trust that it won't happen again, and it happens again. Were you wrong to trust them again? So you gave them the benefit of the doubt. Okay. So did you make a mistake? Okay, so maybe you made a mistake. All right, so you live and learn and you move on. But to strip yourself of the ability to trust yourself is an injustice to yourself, in my opinion. This is my lens on life. And I want you to consider, this is just an invitation for you to just consider, to look at trust a little differently, and to look at what is the person asking you to trust about them. Trust these things about me. If I'm showing you these things about me, if I'm showing you that I lie, if I'm showing you that I manipulate, if I'm showing you that I deceive, if I'm showing you that I'm always late, if I'm showing you that I twist things, if I'm showing you that I use people, if I'm showing you whatever it is that I'm showing you, if I'm showing you these things, then you can trust that these are parts of my personality. Now, this person might be saying, I'm actively working to change these things. And if they are, that's fantastic. Let them show you through their actions that those things are changing. And you will see through their actions whether or not those things are changing. And if they are, and that meets with what your standards and what your standards of how you want to live your life and the kinds of people that you want to be in relationships with are, then that's in alignment. Then you and that person are in alignment. Beautiful. And if they're not actively looking to change, and if they don't see that those behaviors are a quote unquote problem, maybe they're just a problem for you. Maybe for them, it's not a problem. They don't see that that's deceptive. They don't see that that's manipulative. They don't see that those are lies. They don't see that they're twisting things. They don't see any of those things. They don't see it. Then those behaviors actually aren't going to change. And so it's for you to decide whether or not that you want to be in a relationship with that person that has those standards and has those boundaries and conducts themselves. People will always show you who they are. It's our job to believe that that is who they are. That's it. So when somebody shows you who they are, trust that that is who they are. That's it. It's actually much simpler than we kind of make it. And I'll share with you that recently I was in a situation where someone had shown me who they were. And I don't know if it was amnesia, if I had forgotten, if I thought that maybe they would only treat other people that way, but they wouldn't treat me that way. That's what it was. I thought maybe I would be different and that they would treat other people that way, but they wouldn't treat me that way. And that was my mistake, because when somebody shows you who they are and how they treat people, chances are if they treat people that way, they will treat you that way also. And that was a hard pill to swallow. And I knew it because I saw that they treated other people that way. But I thought that I would be special. I would be good enough. I would be special enough. I would be that enough that I wouldn't be treated that way. And it was something for me to learn. It was an initiation. It was something for me to bear witness to, and it was something for me to have to grow through. And I'm grateful for the experience. It was a difficult experience, but I'm grateful for the experience, and another reminder to trust what you're experiencing, and people will always show you who they are. Believe it. And there's really no, for me, what I have come to in my lifetime at this point is I'm really not looking to ask people to change. I'm going to meet them where they are. And if where they are is someplace that feels good and safe, and a place where I feel a sense of belonging, and a place that I want to grow and expand into, then that's a place that I want to be. But if I'm someplace where it requires somebody to actually change in order for me to feel that I would belong, then that's not a place where I want to be. If somebody has to actually change for me to feel that I would belong and feel safe, that's not a place where I want to be. I know change takes a lot of time and commitment and devotion, and that's not a place where I want to be. I hope that this was helpful. I'm curious how it lands, and I'm really curious as to whether or not it helps you, or if it's an opening to look at trust in a different way. And I'll see you soon.